Okay, guys, so today we're going to do volume of prisms. Let me get sorry, I'm using my little bitty Chromebook because I left my laptop at home, so I don't have such a good camera. So I apologize. Okay, so you are going to need your formula chart, and we're going to go with, we're doing volume today. So we're going to have these little formulas, okay? Not hard. All you're doing is looking at a shape, figuring out the measurements, and plugging them into this formula. To me, guys, this is super, super easy. This should not be difficult. You have this cheat sheet and you have a formula. We just plug in numbers. Now, you could be doing volume of rectangular pyramids. We could be doing pyramids. We could be prisms, rectangular prisms, triangular prisms. I mean, pretty much anything is good right now. Okay. So, all right, guys. And I'm going to show you some stuff on this. So make sure you have this out, what we want to do with this. Okay. All right, guys. So let's get ready. All right, guys. So first things first. So here is my formula for volume of prisms. You make sure you have your formula sheet. We're going to write on this. Now, here's the deal. When you write on this, okay, you got to write on this. You have to remember that this is not going to be on your STAR test, what you're writing. So you have to kind of like memorize what I'm telling you. And when you get your STAR test, open it up. You can write on your formula chart. Now, I don't know if you're going to have a paper formula chart with online. I don't know how that works. You may just have it. It may just be online where you can click at it. So, but you will have scratch paper. So on your scratch paper, if you want to go ahead and write this down on there, I'm fine with that. Okay. But you need to understand this. We need to be comfortable using this. All right. So we're going to look at volume. It is on the side where it has inches on the ruler. Okay. So we're going to look down here. You got area of triangle, area of parallelogram, rectangle, trapezoid, circle. Then we're looking at the volume section. Okay. Now, you see volume equals a capital B times H. Okay, they didn't have that when I was younger. They just wrote out the formula. So what you need to know is this capital B, the capital B stands for something. It is not a little b times H. It's not like area. So if you go back and you look at area of like a rectangle, if you look at that formula right here, it says little b times H. This is a capital B, okay? A capital B. That means you're going to find the area of the base. So what I want you to do is write on your formula chart over here on the side where it says prism, write capital B. I want you to write this. I want you to write capital B equals area of the base, okay? Because a capital B means you're going to find the area of whatever that base is, okay? If that base is a triangle, you're going to have to go back up here to triangle and you're going to have to do area of a triangle, okay? You have to find the area of whatever base that is. If it's a circle, you've got to find the area of the circle, okay? If it is a parallelogram, you got to find the area of the parallelogram, okay? So you got to find the area of whatever the base of that shape is, okay? All right, so write that down. Then you come over here. So next to volume of a pyramid, this is the ones that come to a point. Pyramids come to a point, right? Okay, prisms don't. It would be like you could have a triangular base and then they don't come to a point, okay? So now you have volume equals 1/3 times capital B times capital H. Well, we know capital B is area of the base. So if you want to rewrite that again, go for it. But I would rather you write like this. This works the same. You can do volume equals capital B times H divided by 3. Just like with triangle, when I taught you area of a triangle. It has 1/2 times base times height. Or you can do base times height divided by 2, okay? The 1/3 multiplying by 1/3 is the exact same thing as dividing by 3. Because if you think about it, it's really like 1 times capital B times H over 3. I mean, it's the same thing, okay? Same thing as dividing. All right, so when you write this down on your formula chart, and if you don't have a formula chart, you should have come up here and asked me for one. Bring this back here to me quietly, don't tell anybody, and show me, and I will give you 10 bonus points on your assignment today, okay? But you have to remind me because I'm making this way ahead of time and I'm going to forget. So you just say, Miss Mitchell, this is for the bonus points, 10. Okay? And I will write your name down and I'll give you 10 bonus points. But you got to show me that you wrote what I asked you to write. Okay? And don't tell anybody else. All right, sorry guys. I'm trying to get closer. I can't zoom in because I'm using a Chromebook, so I apologize. All right, so here we go. All right, so we're going to find the volume of this rectangular prism, okay, because it does not come to a point, so this is a prism. So you need to make sure that you're using your reference sheet and that you're looking at prism, and we see that the formula is volume equals the area of the base, a capital B, times the height, capital B times the height. Okay, so I know that I find the base, I have to find the base of this shape. Well, I can see that this shape is, the base is a rectangle, right? It's a rectangle. So I know that I'm going to go back. I already know, but if you don't, we're going to go back and we're going to look at rectangle. Area of a rectangle is little b times h. So it's going to be little b times h, and then the height of this whole thing. So, I mean, yeah, they say whatever, base times height. Okay, so we're going to find the area of this, which is a 10 by 7. So volume equals 10 times 7 and then times 5, okay? Because the height of this is 5. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I think is easy first. Multiplying by 10 is super easy, right? But I'm going to save that. I'm going to make it easiest at the end. I know that 7 times 5 is what? 35. So 10 times 35 is 350 inches cubed, and it's inches cubed. I think we've talked about this. I don't know, because you're doing inches times inches times inches, and we know inches times inches is inches squared times another inch would be inches cubed. Okay, so that's why it's going to be inches cubed. Y'all know that I'm not a stickler for that. I'm fine if you don't put inches cubed. Okay, so we're going to do 2 more examples, and then you're going to do some work. So make sure that you understand this, that you're doing these on your own, like pause, and then see if you get it right, okay? All right, guys, let's get busy. All right, guys, so welcome back. All right, so now we've got this shape right here. So first, before you can find the volume of this, we have to determine what shape is this. Well, it's not coming to a point, so it's not a pyramid, okay? It is a prism, so we know it's a prism. It looks like the bases are triangles to me. I don't know, so I'm going to assume that this is a triangular prism. So I'm going to go look at the volume of prisms, and again, it is capital B times h. So the area of the base. Well, what do we know about the area of the base? We know that the base is a triangle, so we'll go back to our formula chart, and it's 1/2 times little b times little h. So volume is going to be equal to, and I'm going to divide by 2 because instead of multiplying by 1/2, I'm dividing by 2. So I'm going to do 8 times 5 divided by 2, and then the height of this is 12. I get that it is up here, but if you were to stand it up, it's 12. This is you got to understand that this is your base, okay? That's my base, so that goes with that, okay? Make sense? Okay, so I want you to try to solve this on your own right now. You could also very well, if you feel comfortable doing it, you could do 1/2 times 8 times 5 times 12. You could do that too, and I'll do that after you do this. So pause and try to do this on your own, okay? Okay, so 8 times 5 is 40, and 40 divided by 2 is 20, and 20 times 12 is 240 meters cubed, okay? So if we did it like this, if we did 8 times 5, I will save the half for the end. So 8 times 5 is 40 times 12. Well, 12 times 4 is 48. Add a 0. So we have 1/2 times 480, and half of 480 is 240 meters cubed. You can do it however you want, okay? So next I'm going to do a pyramid question, and then you're going to go work on this on your own, okay? I'm sorry, guys. Gage went and Haston Kent had me laughing so hard I'm crying. Okay. Okay, so here we go. This is our last example. This is a pyramid because it comes to a point. So you want to make sure that when you're looking at your formula chart, that you're looking at the pyramid volume. Okay, and I can see that it says volume equals 1/3 times capital B times AH height. I would prefer to do it this way, and you can do it this way. We'll do it down here this way. I'm going to do it this way. Capital B times the height over divided by 3. Okay, that's how I prefer to do it. But we'll do it both ways. So I want you to pause and try to do this. Okay, try to solve this. Okay. All right, we're back. Okay, so my base of this of this pyramid, it is a rectangular pyramid because the base is a rectangle. So the base is 8 by 6. So 8 times 6, and the height is 10. And we're dividing by 3, okay? So I'm going to do this super easy. I'm going to do 8 times 6, which is 48 times 10. And I'm dividing by 3. 48 times 10 is 480. So 480 divided by 3. 480 divided by 3. So the volume of this is 160 inches cubed. Okay? That's what dividing by 3. And it will work this way too. Okay? So if you want to do it this way, so 1/3 times 8 times 6 times 10. Okay? So we know that it's 1/3 times 48 times 10. Volume equals 1/3 times 480. And if you do 480 over 1 times 1 over 3, you know that it will be 160. So you know the volume will be 160 inches cubed. Either way you do it. I prefer to do it this way. Do it however you want. All right, guys, good luck on your assignment.